just be prepared to look really bad, or to feel like you look really bad. I mean, you think you put on makeup in the morning and that'll help you look good during the day, but you just sweat it all off. And you're walking around every day, like 20,000 steps a day, and you're just gonna feel gross all the time. So I would say bring clothing that's very breathable, that you can wash easily, preferably nothing white, because there's a lot of dirt there, and a lot of the time you teach people in the street, you'll be sitting down on a rock and teaching people or whatever. So nothing white, very breathable. Unless you're going to be serving in one of the mountainous areas, it gets cold there. So bring a jacket also, like a rain jacket. Yeah, learn hairstyles before you go too, because I did my hair in a ponytail pretty much every day, and it wasn't that exciting. And I felt, you know, you just don't feel beautiful, which you want to as a sister missionary, because you see like sister missionaries on Temple Square and they are just so put together and aren't sweating at all and their hair looks really good. That's not the way it is in South America. You just look really bad all the time, but it's fine, and you just learn to love it. But I would definitely say learn new hairstyles, so every day is kind of different and fun, I guess. One time when I was in Guayaquil, this was my second area, and I was still being trained. It was in my second 6 weeks of the mission, and my companion and I were walking along with a member, and this was back when male members could accompany us, but now they can't. So anyway, before that rule was instated in my mission, we had a young man who was preparing to go on a mission come with us to visit one of our investigators. And we were crossing the street singing this little song that kids sing, and just kind of, you know, being happy. It was a good day. And this moto taxi drove by us, and all of a sudden someone stepped down from the moto taxi while we were crossing the street, and we didn't think anything of it, and he got back into the moto taxi and they drove away, and I didn't think anything of it. But the member who was with us said, "Wow, you guys were really brave back there." And we're like, "What are you talking about? Like, we're crossing the street." And he said, "No, did you not see that guy come down and come towards us? And did you hear what the other guy said?" And we were like, "No, like, what happened?" And he said that the guy who had come down from the moto taxi, he was coming towards us, and he thought that he was going to rob us. And then the guy who was driving the moto taxi, he said, "No, not them, don't rob them." And so the guy just got back in and they drove away. And I was like, that is a miracle. Because in that same area, I'd seen someone get robbed, and the guy had a gun, and it was just scary. But we were protected, like, big time. I mean, and I just felt in that moment a feeling of peace, that Heavenly Father really was watching out for us. And that's not to say that you're not going to get robbed as a missionary. I mean, that happens to a lot of missionaries, but he definitely protects his missionaries. And I felt that in that moment, which was cool.